Hi there, I'm Julie Dance, Angry Julie on Twitter and everywhere else. I have a blog, a website called Angry Julie Monday. You're probably wondering where I got the name from. It was a nickname from a coworker a few years ago, and somehow it stuck. People in real life actually call me Angry Julie now, so it stuck. I work in law enforcement. I have for 15 years. As part of my job, I am a trained observer, which has helped me in social media, which is somewhat of a hobby that I've excelled in because I have lots of free time on my phone. And Instagram and Pinterest are visual-based sites, which are big, huge keys for me because I love anything visual. I seem to catch on to that, and they're bright and shiny and keep my attention. I used to be a huge Twitter fan, and it seemed like a lot of people are just basically sending out links now and not conversation, and I can't really get a feel of who the people are, what their personalities are. But since I got on Instagram in December of 2010 for the first time, I'm hooked. It's visual, it's mobile. That's a big key for sites now, that they're mobile. Sorry. The mobile sites are more popular. Everyone's on their phones or their iPads. They're rarely at a desktop computer because everyone's coming and going, and they want something they could play with on their phone while they're waiting at the doctor's office, picking up their kids. Everyone's taking pictures with their cell phones now. The cameras are just getting better and better. I have pretty much gotten rid of a point-and-shoot little camera for my iPhone. It does the job. There's all kinds of apps that can edit it and make my pictures really cool. In my speaking, I'll be also talking about brands and working with these different types of websites. I've spoken at a couple of conferences about working with brands as a blogger. I've also spoken about privacy and the internet, so I'll bring a little bit of that into it. I know this is a large business crowd, so I've kind of catered a lot of it to a business aspect. One piece of advice I give is, as a person, you're doing it for your business, but I'd like you to figure it out on your own as a personal account prior to. You get more friendly with it, you get to use it, you get to play with it, practice, then bam, look how awesome you are, you can do it with your business, and you'll come out a lot more better if you've practiced with it for a while. Another thing with brands and personal accounts is branding. I would try to keep everything you do in social media similar or the same, so you can keep it, everyone can flow and pay attention to it. That's why I keep Angry Julie on every site. People know where to find me. On Instagram, you can tag people, other account users, but you also tag people that go to Twitter, and it feeds over. So if you have a different name on Instagram than Twitter, it is really not going to make sense, and people aren't going to see it. That's including brands. What is it? So it's not sticking very well. What is Instagram? Instagram is a free photo sharing program that was based on Polaroid photos by the two founders. Obviously, you've heard Rochelle said that they were sold out to Facebook. Not sold out, but sold. I might be one of those people ranting when they did, because it seems like I get involved in something and I think I'm not saying I'm hipsterish, but it's like, oh, cool. Oh, they got bought out by Google. Oh, they got bought out. I get little sad faces and angry for a while, because that's what I do. But Instagram's available on the iPhone, iPad, iTouch, and now also for the Android, for those diehard Android users who are anti-iPhone, a few of you. There's a ton of Instagram users in Orange County. Lindsay Modchick, she has been known to take pictures of her cat, Weeby, and she was featured on the Instagram blog. Lindsay actually didn't have an iPhone until recently, and she wanted an iPhone just to use Instagram. She's a big photographer. She uses her Canon DSLR, but she loved the mobile aspect and all the different apps you can use. I always teased her by taking photos with my iPhone and posting it to Instagram, and she wanted to do that too. Lindsay has now surpassed me in popularity on Instagram. She has a ton of followers. She's been featured She has some great photographs doing different apps, all just based on her phone. It's amazing what these phones can do. Instagram was App of the Year for Apple in 2011. A free app, rise in popularity, no cost, sharing. It's mobile-based. It's also for social networking. You take a photo, you can share it with all your networks in one place. And a lot of people don't like it on Facebook, I've heard. They're tired of the photos. Well, get over it and unfollow them. I mean, everyone has their complaints about everything. I don't like this too much, I don't like that too much. If you don't like the photos, then don't follow that person. I like Instagram because it's a way to share my life daily. Sometimes I forget about what's been going on the past week. I'm just like, I'm so busy. What did we do? It seems like I'm going to work and school and the gym. And I can look back at my photos and say, wow, we did that. I guess this will replace my son's baby book because I still haven't done that. And he'll be 7 tomorrow. Instagram is searchable. You can search by usernames and hashtags. I'm sure you've heard a million times about the hashtags, but Instagram is great for that. For events, like Justin said, use that hashtag for the event. You can see all the photos for that event and all the different Sorry about that. And as a brand, I recommend getting on Instagram. You may not be using it as a brand, taking photos in the beginning, but following, seeing who's talking about you. You'll see the tweets going out to Twitter with the pictures. Chipotle is known to tweet back. They may not have an Instagram account, but perhaps I talk about Chipotle a lot. If you see a lot of my food photos, it's usually when I'm working. To keep my distraction, I take pictures of my food. And Chipotle is infamous for always responding, looks great, looks delicious, love that combo, have a good day, and whoever is working the account, sign Joe. It seems to always be Joe, though. There is a bunch of businesses on Instagram. I've seen Kate Spade. They post a lot of their fashion shows, new releases, when they're working with models for photo shoots. They post things, and there's a huge follower of the Kate Spade brand. Everyone's commenting and liking, loving to see all the new stuff coming out for the new season. I've also seen brands comment on the users' photos, which is great. We did a relay race. I didn't run 200 miles, but I helped do social media for the Ragnar Relay last month with my friends from Team Sparkle. There are 3 women in Orange County who make Sparkle running skirts. And they did the Ragnar Relay with 3 other friends for 203 miles. I photographed and did social media for them. So along the way, I tweeted pictures of them running, the other groups, and hashtagged it, the Ragnar Relay. I also commented on other people's photos based on the hashtag. They commented back. We had some sponsors commenting, different athletic companies. Noon Hydration was one of our sponsors. They commented on the photos. Pumped us up, said, great job, keep going. Athleta, different sportswear companies were on there. So it's a great way for brands to engage, and casual ways, not spamming themselves that it's their product, but saying, hey, we see you're out there. We love that you're taking pictures of our stuff. And it's not even sponsored. They're just supporting you. That's a great way for brands to interact. If you want to get into Instagram, you can slowly get it. It's great for marketing also. This is an album cover for a single for a rock band in Colorado, Bop Schism. My friend Amy, she's a graphic designer, Greeble Monkey on Twitter. She took photos from Sharon Blumenfeld, Momfluential, here in Orange County. She has pictures of her cat, Hello Kitty, who has 2 different colored eyes. And she thought that was unique and compiled a bunch of Sharon's photos from Instagram to make this album cover for this band. So that's how you can use Instagram for packaging and marketing. Different apps for Instagram. I've used a couple. I have a few I like. You can take your photos directly with the app, and it takes great photos, or you can take it outside it with different apps and feed it into the format. You have to crunch it down a little bit times, and you have to watch for spacing, but after a while, you kind of get used to it. The top one in the left corner was Balboa Bay. I was at a wedding last month. That's my most popular photo on Instagram. I had 120 likes within 24 hours. And I took that with Camera Plus, just nothing. And that's how it came out. The second one is a collage photo I took with PicFrame. It's an iPhone app. It's pretty cheap. I got my hair colored by Tara Ray Stevens, who's here. And just different views of my hair, and that's my most commented picture, I believe, in my Instagram account, and I had like 40-something comments. When I say I know the most commented, the most liked, there's a couple different websites you can use to check Instagram. Pictures, comment on it. Webstagram, you don't have to be on the app to comment on other people's pictures. You can sign into Webstagram. Or Statagram, which tracks your followers, people who unfollow, your likes total, your likes for certain pictures, your top 5 photos, your top 5 commented photos, and it also sends you emails. So those are some great sites. The bottom left is a photo I took of my house when I was attempting to be crafty in my spare time. And I used Fonto, which is Phonto, to put the writing on the photos just straight from my phone. There's different options, fonts, colors, sizing, play with it. And then the bottom one right there, it was taken with Shake It photo, which kind of gives a little old-fashioned Polaroid picture look. And I kind of crushed it down and put it into Instagram, so a kind of vintage beach picture. That was in Santa Barbara-ish. Photo challenges. If you're on Instagram, you might see a bunch of photo challenges and say, why is everyone taking a picture of a yellow hat or something? There's always a theme daily, month to month. There's a couple of them. There's a fashion one about different things you're fashion. I've seen hair ones about different hairstyles. A big popular one is Photo a Day, and they've been doing it every month, and it's certain thing every day is the inside of your refrigerator, your car, and it's fun to practice with the different apps and Instagram. And it also, you were able to track it and hashtag, and it gives you new people to follow. You get to see different types of photography all over the world. The main woman who runs the Photo a Day, I believe, is from Australia. And to see how popular it is in the U.S., I mean, that's amazing to see the internet, just how it works together. Hashtags, different hashtags. There, you can start searching. A lot of people put what app they're using in the hashtag. Events, like OC Orange County. I have my most favorite one is Ferris wheel. I have a thing for taking pictures of Ferris wheels, and I've taken a bunch. I don't know what is with it, but you put in Ferris wheel, there's tons of photos, and they got huge likes. Same thing with cat photos. People have a thing with cat and dog photos. I was picking on Rochelle, since she's a dog blogger. Dog, Pupstagram. Like I said, keeping your brand in your name, finding ats or mentions of your name, account, or brand are great to do. You can have it send as a pop-up to your phone, or you don't have to. You can just check it daily, and it'll be in your stream if it all links together. And then responding to that, because I'll make a comment on someone's photo, and then they'll respond back to me later, and I'll comment again, and it creates a conversation. And I've actually gotten to know a lot of people via Instagram. I think I found Tara, my hairdresser, through Instagram, her photos she's posted of her different clients. This is a project I did in 2011. I think I was a little insane when I started it. There's a lot of photo challenges, and I did Project 365, which is take a photo every day for the year. This year would be 366. But I did a post about organizing it because I kind of photoed my way through, and it's pretty hard to get a picture every day when you are working so much. But I did lots of photos of my food and my son's Lego creations. And but I did, and it was fun. And to look back, I don't know if I'd do it again, but hey, I can say I did it. And I kind of did a little photo collage, which will kind of go with the Pinterest speech later. But I branded it with my blog name, 10 tips, top 10s are really great. Photos, basically, I did a collage with Picnic when it was still around. I miss Picnic. and just the different variety of photos taken, and those were all put through Instagram every day, and I tracked it. Different people now, day 1, day 2, they track it, and I saved it in Flickr, my photo storage, and so I was able to track them all and organize them. Instagram for brands. This is one of the important topics today is working with brands, how companies can use social media. Creation of a bank of images that can be used for marketing, whether your company's taking them or if others are taking them. If you see a really great photo that another Instagrammer took of your brand, send them an email, contact them, say, hey, we would love to use our photo for our Facebook or our next campaign. Would you mind us using it? That's a huge thing right now with photography, especially with Pinterest, is copyright, photo usage. Give credit to the people who took the photos. Make sure that you're saying, hey, credit by, photo by. I have a lot of people use my photos for different things. I don't mind. I have Creative Commons on them. People give me, courtesy of Angry Julie or my name, Julie Dance. But ask. They'll give it to you. I mean, I have had people, hey, can I have that photo for that event that you took? Sure. I'll send it to the marketing people, or I have it in my Flickr account, public. The library and visual history of the brands that can use in ads, presentations, and packaging, like I said, used for Facebook, presentations, PR, you're showing a mock-up of what you're doing to the company, how social media is helping you. You could say, hey, XYZ, we had this event. These are all the photos from the event. A recent example is Diablo 3, the video game, came out by Blizzard this week. And my husband's a big gamer, and not my most favorite thing in the house, but he games. And we happened to be at the Irvine Spectrum that night where they were doing the release. Well, I said it was a freak show because it was almost like a mini Comic-Con with the costumes and everyone camped out. But when I got home, I just put out an Instagram of a photo of the box because we had the game on our kitchen table already. Luckily, our neighbor works for Blizzard. And I wanted to look at the hashtag, so I looked at the Diablo 3 hashtag. Well, probably by 7 o'clock that night, there was at least 3,000 photos on Instagram. All over the world, waiting for the release. People camped out outside of Best Buy, GameStop, photos of the boxes, screenshots, people in costume, people from the event at the Spectrum I could see, different interactions, people with their potato chips and Monster drinks all set up in front of their game, their computer. And it was interesting to see just how to hashtag to follow up for just a video game release, what it can do for a brand, and pump everyone up. Everyone's excited, they're tweeting, and these aren't just bloggers, these are everyday people. I would say Instagram is, a lot of people don't get Twitter. The normal person, I don't have a brand, or I'm not trying to promote something, why do I need to do Twitter? I have a lot of friends who use Twitter just for news and local events. So that's what you can use for. Let's see. Familiarity builds trust, and that's showing different things. Products, usage. Quick thing on self-promotion. Every 5 minutes, a picture of yourself is probably not the best thing to do on Instagram. That's one of my biggest pet peeves. Also, the tweetgrams with the different photos of words. I thought this was funny. A guy from Apartment Therapy posted this. And privacy. Big thing right now is with teenagers posting their photos inappropriate. If you have teenagers, please beware of what they're posting on the internet. Facebook, they can make it private, but Instagram is public. You can make it private, but you might want to observe what your teenagers are posting, some kind of provocative photos, and you don't know who's watching their photos. Pinterest. It's a virtual pin board. That's the next. Everyone's wondering, what is Pinterest? How can I use it for my brand? Will it work for me? It's my leading referral and traffic generator from my blog. 25% of my blog traffic as of last night is from Pinterest. Crafts and other photos I've taken. I checked Google Analytics. It used to be my number 3. Number 1 was my stumble upon from some of my old posts. Daily Pinterest users increased by more than 145% since the beginning of the year. Huge. I was an original user last year, a beta user, in I think February, March of last year. And it was really, not a lot of talk about it. It has exploded since the holidays. I think it's a lot of like Christmas pictures and craft projects. It's on the screen. I don't know if it's screen. Here's a screenshot. There's a way to check stuff that's been pinned to your website. Pinterest, /source, / and your website information. I put Angry Julie Monday, and this is what comes up from my Pinterest under my blog. And my #1 Pinterest post is a PVC pipe playhouse frame that my husband did. I supervise the craft projects. Usually my husband makes what I tell him to make, and that's the PVC pipe project. And I get emails every day about that, thanking me. And it was based on a project someone else did, but they didn't put the instructions, so my husband figured it out. And that picture's gone, and that post has gone pretty viral. Also, rainbow cupcakes and my turquoise and red bedroom, which my husband also hates. Pinterest for brands is part catalog, part aspiration, and lifestyle. As a brand, if you're going to use Pinterest, I would review other brands. What are they doing with it? How are they doing it? Are they doing it well? Pinterest does not work for every brand. If you have a product or a restaurant, certain types of brands are going to work better on Pinterest than others. When you're starting to put yourself on Pinterest for your brand, I would do keyword searches for your brand or product. Maybe it be you sell running shoes. See what people are pinning out there. Do you see traffic from Pinterest already to your site? Check that. Where is it coming from? Who is talking about your brand? Who is pinning your products? Pinterest is great with creative and inspirational messages and images. Pinterest is all visual. People want to see right there what's going to attract them. They're going to pin it. Pinterest, for your brand, you want a watermark brand or some kind of overlay or wording on it to catch people's attention. Why do they want to pin it? It's my funny joke. Pinterest makes my husband anxious and makes me a little anxious also. I have all these to-do lists, I call it, but it's great because there's things I want to buy, things I want to make, things I want to eat, and that's brought on by Pinterest. I started using Pinterest because I have probably 5 or 6 different computers I use daily, and I can't keep track of all my bookmarks. I have a lot of bookmarks and things saved in the desktop, and I thought this was awesome to save all these cool things that I want to do when I have free time sometime. I have done a ton. I did a ton during Christmas, recipes, gifts, things like that, and that was great for that. It's also great traffic for my website. Old blog posts I've done, painting furniture, things like that, have gotten new traffic that didn't have before because of Pinterest. Some of the brands using Pinterest, right, are Nordstrom's. They post a lot of their new fashions and clothes. Whole Foods, they post pictures of their stores, their food. Each of their stores have their own PR, and they also do different boards for their different stores to promote their store, different events, things happening, chefs, products that are local, what local companies they use. Etsy, which is a homemade website, to feature a lot of their sellers. Better Homes and Gardens. Better Homes and Gardens is great. I've found a ton of stuff online about Better Homes and Gardens last night. They promote their magazine, their website, projects they feature, but they're also really great about featuring bloggers who are lifestyle home bloggers with ideas that would great for the magazine. And they've also started adding bloggers to their website to help them, and I think it's great because these bloggers already have a community, and it's helping build Better Homes and Gardens brand and showing the average person can do these things, and you don't have to have a personal decorator. Kate Spade, like I said, they're really great at Pinterest and Instagram. HGTV, they're focusing on their shows, their products, interior design, different furniture companies, home companies, products. Real Simple's great about featuring things that they have on their website, their magazines, tips for organization. I love all the cool ideas they have for organization. And they find them from blogs, other websites, and also theirs. I've been trying to skim through this really quick because it's a lot of overwhelming information. Both topics I could talk about probably for 3 or 4 hours each.
gave a brief overview. I'm compiling a list of links and referrals. I found a lot of tips for marketing, brands, privacy, usage. There's a lot of issues with copyright now with Pinterest. Copyright, people stealing images, crediting to other companies, not giving the proper URL or link to the picture or photograph. Every day it's changing. People have different opinions on it. A lot of photographers don't want their stuff pinned. People don't mind their stuff pinned. They just want to make sure you have the proper credit. There's a lot of stuff to read online. I could go through it for hours. I'm compiling a list, and I'll either put it on my website or we'll send it out with something in a PDF form with the different links. And that's it, I think.